Good morning. Okay, so quiet down. Thank you so much. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm so very proud to be the principal. My name is Kim Hutchinson of Delia Bolden School. So, thank you. On behalf of the entire Bolden community, I would like to welcome all of our special invited guests that are here today to help celebrate this historical moment. This moment is one that takes us back to 1912, when a brave and brilliant young woman used her words and her voice to write an essay with a message that is so strong that it remains relevant and a source of inspiration over 110 years later. So besides her powerful words, Mrs. Bolden's legacy reminds us all the power that we hold to make an enduring mark in our world. So like Mrs. Bolden, I challenge you, my students, to use your gifts and your talents to be bold. And we also all put them up here, right? So be bold learners, be bold leaders, thinkers, and creators. And most of all, I challenge you to be courageous and brave enough to be you. So, without further ado, I'd like to invite Simon Lesser to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everybody, please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody, please remain standing.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Ooh, 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 Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory
Thank you so much, Chloe and Mira and Simon, for participating this morning. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Ronald Taylor.
Can we give our singers another round of applause, please? If you feel good this morning, say yes, yes. Hello, Bolden students and staff. So great to be with you today. Thank you to your illustrious leader, Principal Hutchinson, for the kind introduction. Give her a hand, please. Some of you didn't see Principal Hutchinson as I did when we were in the middle of construction and moving back into this building, and I can tell you it was not an easy job for her, for your teachers, or for your assistant principal, Mr. Rivera. So thank you for what you do for our students every day. As I begin, please allow me to recognize some very special visitors who've joined us today. Students, please realize how important you and your school are, not only to us here in South Orange and Maplewood, but across the state of New Jersey. You know, I was a teacher for a long time. Thank you, give me a hand, yeah, please, yeah. My words are so powerful, they just move people sometimes, I'm sorry, okay? So I was a teacher for a long time, so when I get in front of students, I have to teach. So I want to just talk about one word, right? And that word is called governance. Can you say that word with me? Governance. So governance, not government, governance. One time I came to visit your school, and the student told me that I looked like the government. And so that's not the word, not government, governance. And a short definition for this word is how people organize themselves to get important work done. So my job as superintendent of schools, some would describe my job as being like the principal of the principals, but I wouldn't describe my job like that. My job is just to make sure that you and your teachers and your principals and all the folks who support you have what you need to be successful. And so what's really important for you to realize today is that this is such a momentous historical day that we have with us guests from all over New Jersey to recognize not just you, but the work that your teachers did with you and your predecessors last year. We have a commissioner of education. This person is a visionary who leads all superintendents just like me, who have the same job that I have, but in different places across our state, whether it's Newark or Nutley or Patterson or South Jersey or Central Jersey or the Shore. We have a singular educational leader who guides us in partnership with the governor of our state and our state board of education. And guess what? I was waiting. Our Commissioner of Education is so special to us because years ago, she was the principal of Marshall Elementary School. Can you believe that? The celebration we are having today is so important that our New Jersey Commissioner of Education, Dr. Angelica Allen-McMillan, and members of her team are here to be a part of it. Can you please stand, Madam Commissioner? Thank you. Can you give her a hand, please? How many states do we have in our country? 50, I hear 51, 50. Okay, somewhere in there, right? Every year, our states, all 50 or 51, someone said, we're ranked based on how our schools are performing. And out of 50 states, do you know which state was ranked number one? New Jersey, that's right. Give us a hand for New Jersey. And thanks to students like you all over our state and teachers like ours who are sitting back here with their beautiful Bolden shirts on that were debuted today, and Principal Hutchinson and Mr. Rivera and our commissioner, we are ranked number one, the number one state in the country for public education. It's wonderful, I know. So we spoke about our state, right? We spoke about New Jersey. We spoke about South Orange and Maplewood. You know all about that. Does anybody know what county we are in? Anybody? Essex, Essex, Essex. All right. So a part of governance, say governance, please. Governance. A part of governance is understanding who we are and what we are a part of. So we're in Maplewood, we're also in New Jersey, but we're also in Essex County. And the Bolden School renaming ceremony and celebration today is so important that the executive superintendent of Essex County, Mr. Joe Zara, is here today. Mr. Zara, are you on stage? Can you stand for us? Mr. Joe Zara helps superintendents like me all throughout the county of Essex to give you what you need to learn as much as you can in the time that we have you. Another important part of my job as superintendent is also to work with our Board of Education. The Board of Education is a group of people who are voted by our community to help us make important decisions and also to help us approve how we spend the district's money. So all your desks and all your books and all your computers, even that brand new, beautiful new section of your building had to be voted on and approved by our Board of Education. All these things are things that we do together to make sure that we provide not just an okay education, but an excellent education for every student in our school district. They are great partners in our school district, and your parents probably were parts of the election that helped them become board members. I'm going to call our board members' names, both current and previous, to ask them to stand to be recognized because they're here. They don't get paid to be on the Board of Education. Did you know that? They're volunteers. They're here because they love you and they love the work that you're doing. We're going to start with our current board president, Ms. Caitlin Whitletter. Please stand. Our second vice president, Ms. Nubia Duvall Wilson, please stand. Board member Regina Eckert, please stand. I did not see Mr. Gifford, but I don't see him? Okay, well, all right, well, he does a great job for us. Ms. Courtney Winkfield, please stand. And Dr. Tellisford, board member, please stand. And you are so important that people who are not even on the board anymore wanted to come and celebrate you, and they had a great hand in taking the vote after your work that renamed your school. Let's start with our former board president, Mr. Thayer Joshua. I think Mr. Joshua might have a kid or two out in the audience. Are they here today? Yeah, one and one's here. Okay. And Miss Anne Marie Manny, former board president. Former board VP, Aaron Siders. And former board VP, Shannon Cuttle. I did not see our mayor walk in yet. Did I miss him? All right. Mr. Saban's here? Where's Mr. Saban? You didn't even say hi, Mr. Saban. Chris Saban, please stand up. All right. I'm going to be shorter, I promise, but there's so many people who came so far to show how much they love you and love Delia Bolden. But I want to make sure that as we transition to our next speaker, that we also thank the folks who brought Delia Bolden's legacy to our attention, and that's the Columbia High School Archive Committee. And I think we have Carol on stage. Are you here, Carol? Thank you. And believe it or not, the work that Carol and the Archives Committee did was not only finding the legacy and inspiring story of Delia Bolden, but they found her family, and guess where they are today? Here. They're here. They're here today. Can we have the members of Ms. Bolden's family to please stand? All right. Right now, you are living history. History is happening right here where we sit. You just met historical people who have giant jobs all over our state. You just met the persons who are related to the person who your school is named after. This is a fantastic day. And Principal Hutchison told us, she said keep it a secret, but she told us that you would be an exceptional audience. And I think she's correct, right? Yeah, you are exceptional. So is this like 7th and 8th grade? 7th and 8th grade? 3rd grade? 4th grade? If you're in 3rd grade, clap 2 times. If you're in 4th grade, clap 2 times. If you're in 5th grade, say, yes, it's me. All right. Without further ado, we will now hear from a few more dignitaries who will be much shorter than me, I promise. Not shorter in height, but shorter in length of their speech. No one's shorter than me in height. And, well, you know, sometimes. And we will start with our, again, Commissioner of Education, Dr. Angelica Allen-McMillan.
Thank you, and good morning. First and foremost, let me say thank you to your Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Taylor, to your Board of Education President, Mrs. Whitletter, and all members of the South Orange and Maplewood Board of Education, as well as Principal Hutchison, for inviting me to join you today. A round of applause. I would like to recognize Maplewood Mayor Dean Daffis and South Orange Village President Sheena Collum. It is my privilege to also acknowledge Dr. Carol Willis, niece of Delia Bolden. She is also joined by her 2 daughters. First and foremost, Courtney Washington, who is a grandniece, and Dr. Ashley Domague. Thank you. Oh, excuse me, Damage. Thank you. Dr. Ashley Damage, her husband Kevin, and daughter Morgan. Thank you for being with us. From the New Jersey Department of Education, I am joined by Assistant Commissioner of the Division of Field Support and Services, Dr. Christopher Irving. And from the county office, our Executive County Superintendent, Dr. Joe Zara, and our Deputy Executive Chief Superintendent, Mr. Luciano. Gentlemen. So everyone, participating in today's event is a return home after a circular education trajectory. My decade-plus career in the South Orange and Maplewood School District began in 1999. And it was one of the best professional experiences of my educational longevity. the privilege to serve as a vice principal for 1 year at Clinton School before being elevated to the principalship at Marshall School. Where are the students who went to Marshall? Woo! Yes, that is your sister's school, and that is one of my fondest memories. I know firsthand the exceptional education students receive at this school and the tremendous support from the parent community as I participated in numerous field days and talent show events on this very stage. So this Delia Bolden community is trailblazing and is what brings us together today. Thank you. So 118 years ago, after the construction of this very school building, we are gathered for a civics influence celebration. We are privileged to celebrate and commemorate the official recognition of the Delia Bolden Elementary School in honor of the first Black woman to graduate from Columbia High School. The distinction in the naming of a school has always been the privilege of decision-making at a local level and is reflective of an open, transparent, and thoughtful process. Educators thoughtfully work with their principals to incorporate renaming initiatives and conventions into curriculum through research and debate. Students were also asked to consider what positive attributes they wanted associated with the school's naming, including determination, diversity, and kindness. So Delia Bolden graduated from Columbia High School in 1912 when she penned a letter that was included in the class yearbook. In it, she talked about the long road that generations of African Americans have had to travel. She expressed a need for political equality and looked forward to the day when African Americans no longer faced injustice and disenfranchisement. So 110 years ago, Delia was a voice for young people of her graduating class. And by renaming this school in her honor, the young people gathered here give voice to a new generation of thinkers and change makers. Yes, that is what you are. To the South Orange Maplewood Board of Education, Superintendent Taylor, and educators, you have forged a legacy of accomplishment enshrined in Delia's name. And to the students of Delia Bolden Elementary School, you are pathfinders who will continue to discover new ways to represent people, places, and things, to remain engaged in matters local and global, to research all sides of an issue, and to bring about change through collaboration and conversation. As I travel across our great state and visit many other states, I will highlight the stupendous work that you, students at Delia Bolden Elementary School, have actualized as trailblazers. Thank you.
One more time for our commissioner, please. So it was our Board of Education that started the conversation around renaming your school. And when we had that conversation, we interjected that we wanted to make sure that the students' voices were a part of what occurred. And so representing our Board of Education today is our president, Ms. Caitlin Woodletter.
Good morning, Delia Bolden. I'm honored to be here today with all of you, and I wanted to start off by thanking Miss Delia Bolden's family members, those who are here and those who could not be with us in person today. I also wanted to thank the Delia Bolden Elementary School administrators and faculty, the South Orange Maplewood School District administrators, my fellow and former Board of Education colleagues, and our amazing Bolden students for inviting the Board of Education to say a few words. My first question is for all of you Bolden students. by a show of hands, how many students here today have named something that is special to them? So for example, your pet, a stuffed animal, your favorite toy, or maybe even a baby sibling. Raise your hands. Okay, all right, great. So now let me ask my second question. How many of you have named a school that you are currently attending? Raise your hands high in the sky. All of you. Yes. Wow, how cool is that? Bolden students, you represent a small percentage of the population who can say that you have forever changed the course of your school's future, and you did it through hard work and dedication to this renaming project. You are bold, and I speak on behalf of the Board of Education when I say to each and every one of you that we are so proud of what you've accomplished. A few weeks ago, I had the privilege of meeting the family of Delia Bolden. They came with pictures of Miss Delia Bolden, their beloved aunt, and they shared stories of her life after she graduated Columbia High School and what she meant to their family. Today is a profound moment in that each and every one of our Bolden students, administrators, and our incredible CH Archives Committee have created a legacy for Delia Bolden to live on through our local community, and the collective efforts of everyone here today have shaped the legacy of Delia Bolden within her very own family. To the Bolden family, thank you so much for being here today and for sharing Miss Delia Bolden with all of us. We promise to honor her and celebrate her today and always. Thank you and congratulations to the Delia Bolden School for a job well done. Great job, guys.
Just checking again to see if our busy mayor has made it with us yet. I don't see him, but I know he sends his great thanks. And now, just an honor to introduce to you the leader of a group that brought Delia Bolden to our attention for a few words from the Columbia High School Archive Committee, Ms. Carol Petralia.
Good morning. This is very emotional. I am very honored to be here as a member of the Archive Committee, and I want to introduce to you the Archive Committee. They are retired teachers from Columbia High School, and they are right here with us. They are Hannah Edelman, Ann Wessel-Dwyer, and Roseanne Sharrow. And we have done a great deal of work, and we are so excited for this day to come. And with them are two members of our Maplewood community, Andra Marks, who is our researcher extraordinaire, and Susan Newberry, who is Maplewood Town historian. We're very glad to have them here. Before I tell you a little bit about what the Archive Committee does, I want to share something very personal with you. I have been in this school for many years ago, because my own two children, Jennifer and Matthew, went to this school. And they were here, and they loved it, and they know that today they are Delia Bolden. They would love to be here with you. You are terrific. I want to tell you a little bit about what the Archives does. Sounds like a pretty stuffy place, but those of us who have worked in it really find it extremely exciting. About 20 years ago, there were a group of us going through all of the yearbooks, and we started with the first bound volume, which is a hand bound with gold thread, year 1912, and it falls apart as you touch it. And we looked through it very carefully, and we began to see that students had written essays that were included in this yearbook. And we found an essay. And the essay was about equality and how it's important for everyone to be respected and to consider ourselves equal among ourselves, and that we all had and needed to have the right to vote. This is a universal statement made 110 years ago by Delia Bolden. Right. When we found this essay, we immediately shared it with the students at Columbia High School. We sent it to their department chairs. Social Studies department incorporated into much of the work they did. All of the students know Delia Bolden as a graduate of 1912. They know that she was respected by her students because her essay was included in the yearbook and featured in the yearbook, and she was thereafter asked to speak at the commencement award ceremony, and she spoke to all the students and teachers, but to the community members, administration, and elected officials of the town, who all supported her statements in 1912. We have much to be proud of. I want to tell you a little bit about what the volunteers do. You know that we go through all of the elements, all of the items, all of the collections, try to find context in everything that is housed in the archive room. And the archive room is a gift to us of librarians who started in South Orange, and when the Columbia High School building was completed, brought it to Columbia High School, now on Parker Avenue. All of those things date back to 1814, when there was a one-room schoolhouse in South Orange, and now we have a school district of South Orange and Maplewood, so large and so filled with wonderful students like yourselves. So what we do is we keep bringing new things in. People give us things that they have treasured, and we put it in the archives. And all of the events, all of the activities, all of the publications, all of the things that students do in high school and in our district are housed there. We'd love you to come visit it at some time. We tried so hard because we cared for Delia Bolden so much. We tried to find out what happened to her, because she wanted to be a teacher, and she wanted so much to be an educator and go to college. But she was one of the oldest of 12, or actually probably 13 children. Thank you, Dr. Willis. And she was so dedicated to her family, and of course it was difficult at that time period to pay for a college education. And so she dedicated herself to the work of her family. And because of the pictures that we have just found, we know that she was a loving, caring, and wonderful member of that family. But as time has gone on, we've been able to do some research, and we've gotten better and better at it. And Andra Marks and Ann Wessel-Dwyer did something phenomenal just a few months ago. They called up and said, "We have found Delia Bolden's niece." That is Dr. Willis, who is her sister's daughter. And Dr. Willis has her daughters, Ashley and Courtney, as grandnieces for us. That was a very emotional moment. So in thinking about it, I must tell you that we realized that there is something very special going on here, and that we are so fortunate to reach this day with her, Delia Bolden's relatives, niece and grandnieces. And because of this, we feel that we have done a full circle, because Dr. Willis and Courtney have been teachers, Dr. Willis is an administrator. She has served on the Board of Education. We are just thrilled to have her and her family here. So I want to just close my remarks by saying this is a wonderful day. I'm so glad you are here to participate in it. And you will remember this all your life. This is very, very special. You are Delia Bolden. Thank you.
All right, everybody, you're doing a wonderful job. Why don't everyone just put their hands over their head and do a good stretch? I see some wiggly bodies out there. Yeah. Okay, hands down. Okay, so it is truly an honor. You just heard a little bit about Dr. Carol Willis. Dr. Willis is the niece of Delia Bolden. She's an educator, as you heard, and she holds a PhD, which is a big deal, in curriculum and development, and she worked as a professor at Keene University, which is really close by. She was a Board of Education member in Montclair during a time that was pivotal. They were restructuring their school system to achieve equity and integration. She was a champion of the magnet system that is still a model utilized in Montclair schools today. Additionally, Dr. Willis is a proud mother and grandmother. She's joined here today by her 2 daughters, her son-in-law, and one of her granddaughters. Dr. Willis, please come to the mic.
Good morning. Okay. I wish to begin with a word of thanks to the South Orange Maplewood Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Taylor, School Principal Ms. Hutchinson, Assistant Principal Rivera, school staff, parents and the students, and community members, but also a very big thank you to that archivist committee, who were great detectives. It is truly an honor to be present this morning. Because Delia Bolden graduated from South Orange High School more than a century ago, I am among very few persons living today who is blessed to have known Delia Bolden personally. My mother, Pearl Bolden, was Delia's sister. They were not only sisters, they were the best of friends. During my early childhood, Aunt Delia's presence was that of an esteemed family elder, and I was blessed to enjoy the warmth of her hugs, the taste of her cooking, the sound of her laughter, and the wisdom of her mentoring. Throughout life, she was a constant ambassador for peace, who truly believed in the power of love. Only love can conquer hate, she always told us. Aunt Delia Bolden was bold in her commitment to live a purposeful life and courageous in her willingness to help others. Aunt Delia maintained a lifelong belief in the power of education to provide the essential life skills required for economic, social, and political success. Indeed, public education helped to transform this nation of immigrants into a successful democracy. Support for public education has been a generational family value. Therefore, it is especially awesome that today we cut the ribbon for a school that has been named in Delia's honor. I speak for Delia and for our entire family when I express our sincere thanks. Thank you for welcome, guidance, and encouragement that Delia received when she enrolled as a student in this school district. And again, we thank every person who contributed to naming this beautiful school in Delia's honor. I was allowed the privilege of touring the building, and I thank you for excellent work that I saw on your walls and in the hallways. You are a wonderful group of students. This is truly a wonderful occasion. May God forever bless this school district, this school, and all who teach, work, and learn here. And may God bless our nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Willis. So at this time, we'd like to ask our invited guests to come off the stage. Mr. Rivera and I will lead you down the center. We do have a short video presentation that was created by SDS Design, who's been working with the district and also with Delia Bolden School on the development of our new logo and mascot. I don't think he's here, but thank you to Sky Dillon and his team for a process that was truly creative and just wonderful to be a part of. We think that what they have created captures the essence of Delia Bolden School perfectly.
We are Delia Bolden Elementary School, named after Miss Delia Bolden, the first African-American woman to graduate from Columbia High School. Miss Bolden's legacy inspires us to be willing learners, welcoming to all, and to stand up for what we believe in. Like Miss Bolden, we are bold, brave, open, leaders, and diverse. We are the Delia Bolden Bobcats, and we can change the world.